Khalid bin Walid radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he attacks, and the Muslims in the beginning of the battle, they fall short and they start being caused a lot of injuries by Musailamah and his army because of the arrows that were being fired upon the Muslims at that time, to such an extent that the narrations mention that the Muslims, they had to push back, and Musailamah and his army, they reached all the way up to the military post of Khalid bin Walid radiallahu ta'ala anhu. The narrations mention Ammar bin Yasir radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he came out in front of the Sahaba. The weak Muslims, they started running away from the battle. Ammar bin Yasir radiallahu anhu said, Ya ma'ashar al-Muslimin, are you running away from Jannah? Are you running away from paradise which has been promised to you? Here I am, Ammar ibn Yasir, come to me. Now when this was happening, many great companions of the Prophet ﷺ passed away. The likes of Zayd bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu. The narrations mention that he was holding the standard for the Muslims on the battle of Yamama. And when all this commotion and these running back and forward of the Muslims was taking place, he said to Allah, he said, Allahumma, O Allah, I apologize for the running away of my companions, the falsehood and all the evil that Musailamah has brought. O Allah, I free myself from all this. And they mention that he fought so bravely. Why shouldn't he fight so bravely when he was the brother of Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu? When the death of his brother was given to Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, they mention that Umar radiallahu anhu, he was in deep shock. And when he heard the martyrdom of his brother, he would say, may Allah have mercy upon my brother. May Allah have mercy upon my brother. He beat me towards two goods. He accepted Islam before me, and he was given martyrdom before me as well. Now when all this commotion was taking place, many great companions of the Prophet ﷺ, they all became shaheed during this period. Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anhu, looking at their circumstance, he realized that I will have to push towards Musailamah, and the Ansar and many great Sahaba, they managed to attack and push back the Banu Hanifa tribe, and they pushed them all the way back to the garden of death, where Musailamah and the tribe, Banu Hanifa tribe, they enclosed themselves inside a garden. They mentioned that the brother of Anas bin Malik radiallahu anhu, Barra bin Malik radiallahu anhu, he approached Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anhu, and he said, Oh Khalid, I have an idea. These individuals have locked themselves inside this enclosed garden, and it's impossible for us to climb over. I have an idea that you put me on a shield, and Sahaba pick me up and they throw me over the garden. I will go on the other side, I will open the door, and I will let the Muslims come inside. Many Sahaba, they disagreed with this option and with this opinion. Why? Because this was suicide. Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anhu also said that, Oh Barra, this is destruction, you're going to destroy yourself. Barra bin Malik radiallahu anhu said, I have hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I will fulfill this task. So the Sahaba, they picked up Barra bin Malik radiallahu anhu, they managed to throw him over the garden, and he fought against the people who were inside that garden, and they managed to open the front door or the front gates to let the companions come inside that gate. Now when the Sahaba came inside this gate, they started killing. They mentioned that Musailamah, he was watching the companions come inside, and this was the last point for Musailamah, and this was going to be his time of death. Now amongst these companions, there was a companion who many people do not know the true value of. One companion was Wahshi radiallahu anhu. Now this man, he was the killer of Hazrat Hamza radiallahu ta'ala anhu. The narrations mention that the day that he killed Hamza radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he became a Muslim, everyone would say, there goes the killer of Hamza, there goes the killer of Hamza, to such an extent that they used to label him without even his true proper name. They would say, there is the killer of Hamza. He had so much remorse in his heart that the very same spear that he had, that he killed Hazrat Hamza radiallahu anhu with, he took an oath and he said, Oh Allah, I repent to you, give me the ability that this very same spear that I killed the best of creation, give me the ability that I kill the worst of creation. So Wahshi radiallahu anhu, he comes inside the garden and he sees that Musailamah is wailing like a camel, and there's no one there around him, and he's very anxious, he's frustrated, he knows his time has come, that he's going to die. Wahshi radiallahu anhu, he throws his spear from wherever he was, and it penetrates through the stomach of Musailamah Kadhab, and Wahshi radiallahu anhu says, Allahu Akbar, I killed the best of people in the days when I was a Jahil, and I've killed the worst of people now that I have become a Muslim. And thereafter, There was a time in his life where people would say, there goes the killer of Hamza radiallahu anhu. And then there was a time in his life where people would say, there goes the great companion who killed Musailamah Khattab. Musailamah Khattab was killed by Wahshi radiallahu ta'ala anhu.